Assalamualaikum and good morning to Dr. Rifatul. My name is Hafsah Binti Hamzah, matric number 255991. I would like to present question 8. The question is, discuss the internal control weakness in the decision-making process of TH. Recommend improvements that can be made. What is COSO framework? So basically, the COSO model defines internal control as a process affected by an entity's board of directors, management and other personnel designed to provide reasonable assurance of the achievement of objective in the operational effectiveness and efficiency. So based on the case above, the CEO took the decision to terminate the investment. This is because the CEO discovered that MUM investment involve forex transactions which are not compliant with existing Sharia principles. Moreover, CEO believed this move was necessary and critical, as the investment itself violated Tabung Haji's primary objective to ensure the investment was limited strictly to Sharia compliant investment instruments. True nor conclusive decision was made by Muslim scholars of fatwa on the status of forex investment. Indeed, this decision by the new CEO led to deterioration in public confidence in Tabung Haji, but mainly on the grounds that Tabung Haji via these two GMs had invested in forex, which was presumed non-Sharia compliant by the new CEO and therefore also by the public. So, as a recommendation based on COSO internal control framework, CEO should discuss with management the state of the entity system of internal control and provide oversight as needed before terminating the investment with MUM. For instance, the CEO can conduct separate evaluation and measure the quality of the information gained by conducting a prompt and private meeting with the two GMs to discuss besides investigating the matter too roughly instead of directly terminate the investment, which has led to loss of 80 million. Besides, the CEO need to establish its policies and expectation of how members should provide oversight of the entity's internal control. So second, internal control weakness in decision-making process of TH is when management relying solely on these project papers on investment initiative, which it doesn't have sufficient information. The two GM considered the investment proposal to be Sharia compliant. Thus, the GM did not hesitate to advance a sum of 50 million as an initial investment for the first time. After that, for the second time, when MUM once again convinced the two GMs to make an additional investment of 150 million, the two GM attend a board meeting in which their subsequent investment of 150 million was approved. Thought the two GMs and thus the board could have had no conclusive facts in favor or against the investment in forex. Given the unresolved nature of the debate regarding the market's Sharia compliance, it remained a fact that two GMs intentionally concealed information from the board concerning their knowledge that part of the investment was bound for forex market. By concealing this material fact regarding the proposed 150 million investment, the GMs won their board's approval for the investment at the meeting. So, as a recommendation based on COSO internal control framework, management should perform control activities at various stages within investment process and over the technology environment. For example, the board and management should approve the investment to MUM without sufficient project paper, and management should be preventive or detective in nature and may encompass a range of manual activities such as authorizations and approval, verifications about the project paper and financial background of MUM, whether compliance to Sharia or not. Moreover, the GM should not conceal the material fact of investment that was bound for forex markets that didn't compliant to Sharia to management and board in order to improve the deteriorating financial performance of investment. Besides, the board should discuss with management the state of the entity's system of internal control and provide oversight as needed. Management and GMs are also accountable for internal control, need to follow the approval process and to the board of directors, and the board needs to establish its policies and expectations of how members should provide oversight of the entity's internal control. So lastly, the management didn't align to the objective of tabung haji in order to approve the investment on MUM. For example, management approved the following initial investment proposed by MUM without any proper investment proposal that proved the proposal is compliant to Sharia and objective of tabung haji. Management are influenced by MUM to continue subscribing to the second investment proposal that was forward for their consideration. Both GMs were concerned by the fact that a portion of the second investment was in Forex because there was intense debate among Muslim scholars on the status of Forex, with proponents arguing it was within Sharia principles and opponents totally against the idea and claiming that it was not Sharia compliant. However, the management took decision to approve the second investment proposal that didn't compliant to Sharia and tabung haji objective, without obtaining technical advice from the Religious Supervisory Council of Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad, the National Fatwa Committee of Malaysia, Finance Advisory Council and Chief Financial Officer. As a recommendation, based on COSO Internal Control Framework, the Board of Directors and Management should establish the tone at the top regarding the importance of internal control, including expected standards of conduct and objective, which is to enable Muslims to save gradually to support their expenditure during pilgrimage and for other beneficial purposes, to enable Muslims to have active and effective participation in investment activities permissible in Islam through their savings, and to protect, safeguard interests and ensure the welfare of pilgrims during pilgrimage by providing various facilities and services and also free from riba or any Sharia investment instruments. For example, the management maybe can reinforce expectation at the various level of the organisation. The control environment comprises the integrity and ethical value of the organisation, the parameters enabling the board of directors to carry out its governance oversight responsibilities, the organisational structure and assignment of authority and responsibility, the process of attracting, developing and retaining competent individuals, and the rigor around performance measure, incentive and reward to drive accountability for performance. Moreover, management specifies objectives within categories relating to operation, reporting and compliance with sufficient clarity to be able to identify and analyse risks to those objectives. For example, managers should be aware of the policies, procedure and the consequences that might happen if they do not comply with the company's objective, especially in decision making, which is very crucial for the reputation of TH and their sustainability. That's all from me. Thank you.